is a thunderstorm indeed. Welcome everyone, Mr.Chill here. Chilling out in this massive storm. So, we are in Betaweekend 3 and we have a mission ahead of us. And the mission is that we need to prepare to go into the Arctic. And from there we move into the Arctic and we're gonna find a mammoth, kill that thing, and bring back a sample to the pod and up to the space station. So I started out semi-new character at level 12. I have now gained additional levels. I found a new cave here. I'm gonna put down a melter and make sure I get every single iron and copper node melted before I move back to my home. And my home is actually located in another cave. So we need to gear up before we move into the Arctic. So let's head back to my cave. And here it is. A little nice entrance here, some tables. A little bit cozy, I'd say. So let's gear up some more tables. Now I'm gonna show you a really cool cave, submerged cave. You swim into the lake and then you find this cave hole, swim in this corridor, and this map shows you the location of this cave. So basically you just swim in this narrow path here. That will lead you to a cave inside the mountain. So this is so cool. Well, inside looks like any normal cave really. That's really cool. This is another really cool cave. So this is located at sector M9. It's a double entrance, but both entrances go together, and you come down to this cool section here where you find a piece of water. Actually swim here. I was thinking of finding another hidden entrance, but then you find also another continuation of this tunnel into the desert. So this cave is an underground cave that takes you into the desert biome. How cool is that? Now, of course, this is blocked. So you need to make sure you do not want to get those numbers pass, because you will die. So just wanted to show you these two really nice caves that I found in Betaweekend 3. This area also have a really nice lake with fishes outside. Now they do spawn wolves. And there is roaming bears in this area, so you need to be prepared for that. I'm moving ahead quite hastily here in my leveling. I'm 24, I am reaching 25 here, I think. I have built an oxide dissolver. If you place an oxygen tank tier 3 here that I built, you can also place an oxygen bladder. Inside this, the oxide dissolver needs sulfite to run properly. But then it slowly fills your tank. So meanwhile that is filling up, I have built myself a hunting rifle. I am gonna do some ammo for myself. I also have the recurved bow already done. I have a steel knife. I'm making sure I got as many bullets and arrows that I can possibly have with me on my trip to the Arctic. And the tank is full. So now you just remove it and then you hit in your inventory and place it. And you see it filled my O2 and it hardly moved the bar. So that thing contains a lot of oxygen. Now, I wanted to show you the portable beacon that you now can build. Just had to figure out where to place it, and I found out that you can only hit it in the G slot. That will show up as something on your back. So there's your mobile beacon on your back. So that one you can place, and that will show you a marker on the map. Alright. I have my thermal ready. I have geared up with rifle ammo. So I'm now thinking about... I'm gonna move out to my pre-built little stone hut up in the Arctic that I have built already. And I'm gonna come back here to get the other tables needed to get me finished before my trip into the Arctic. So I really recommend get your character level to 25 so you get all the weapons and gear needed before you go out to Arctic. This is just a map showing you my location on my cave and where my hut is located on the marker. It's just on the border to Arctic. So we are now closing in, we see snow. And you got to be careful for wolves. There are wolves everywhere in this location, so we're now at the hut. So here it is. Nothing fancy, but the stone is really recommended. So my plan is to move all the tables and make this place a little bit bigger so I can get everything ready here before I venture further into the Arctic. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, so we have everything with us. I put up this nice little leather curtains. A really nice cool thing you can do. You get a warm place in here. See my plus degrees Celsius in this little room here, cozy. And if I move on the other side here, you see directly I get minus degrees. So that thing can really help you contain warmth in a small area. So now I place down some tables here. I'm gonna put down my last 2 smelters, cement furnace, and now I feel ready to do my first short tour into the Arctic, and I decided to just take a sneak peek what's ahead, go to the first cave that I know exists not too far from here and see how bad it is just to get there. Then I will get back here, make sure I have everything needed with me before I actually do my tour to Mammoth. Now the wolves really work in packs here, so if they smell or hear anything of a fallen wolf, they will get curious, go to that location, sniff it out, and if you're still there, they will find you. This is now the 5th wolf attending to this location. And here comes 2 more. And another 3rd one to the right. It's just crazy. You can see one in the back as well. I've now killed, I think, 6 wolves. No, 7, and this is the 8th. Yeah, I'm just interested to get back my arrows, really. I don't need the fur or leather or meat. But there's one nice thing here. I found out that you can find driftwood. So each of these gives 1 wood. Since there are no trees in the Arctic, it's make sure that you have enough wood on you to make at least a fire. I'm taking it quite cautious here, looking me around. I'm also looking for new caves that I don't know about. Even though I really crouched and stealthed there, that wolf smelled me right away. So do not rush into the Arctic, take it slow. Look around, scout for wolves. It can be hard to spot. So you see, I left that corpse there and I got back my flint arrow. So that's a good way. If you can't find your arrows stick into the body, try lift it up, and if you're lucky you will get an arrow back. Now I'm getting this sulfur just because I know I'm not venture deep into the Arctic this time. I'm just going to the first cave. I'm going back to the base, and I know sulfur is always needed. So here you see the purple dot and the line is the path, and the marker is now this found cave location. So I reached the first cave. There was some water I could drink here, so that was a pleasant surprise. There are indeed notes here. So I picked up the iron that I could find. Thought I will bring that back. More iron is always needed. Since there are no response of metal nodes in this Betaweekend. And that is what it is intended to be. There are a lot of wolves here. I'm gonna speedrun this a little bit because we're just heading home. There are so many wolves. Just take it slow, walk your way through it, and you should be okay. Alright, the storm exposure is quite heavy on us, so it's good we're made it home. So we're just gonna prepare really to make the final journey, and now we have filled our backpack with the machine bench, the anvil bench. I have aluminum and steel ingots. I got my oxygen tank ready. I have with me stone buildings to make myself a 1x1 hut. A bedroll, a campfire, and I feel ready to go. I'm taking the machine bench and the anvil just because perhaps I need to repair the rifle, card bow, and my steel tools. And you see the pile of wolves here? That is what you get if you're living in the Arctic. So be prepared for constant dealing with these wolves. There are just so many. It's insane, really. Alright, let's just sleep through the night. Wake up fresh in the morning with daylight, and we are ready to set off. Let's go and find that mammoth. That was not the best start. I got pretty beaten up by those wolves, but that doesn't stop me from continuation. I just want to move now. I want to see what this vast landscape is all about. Yeah, just past that first cave. So if you see this, we are going all the way up there. That's the marker of the mammoth. Arctic is really a huge place. Look at these cool ice cracks. I just had to explore this one. Maybe it contains some secrets I wanted to know. I found a wolf here. But I reached a dead end here, so I go back and I hear that sound. Heavy, slow steps. I knew that must be a polar bear. Right above me. I'm taking it very slow here. I'm actually glad that I see it walking away from me. So that was really cool, seeing a polar bear for the first time. I decided to move on. I'm sure we will see more of them. Now I found this really cool looking ice cave. So I have yet to test if this is actually a safe spot during a storm. Can be safe from the storm in one of those. I just reached a crack in the mountain here. We are at the marker there, and yes, there is another polar bear here somewhere. And I just see it walking away from the crack here in the mountain. So I'm risking to give this a shot. I want to get down here, find it, with the risk of me getting stuck in the crack if it faces to. But then I see there's actually an opening for a cave here. So I definitely want to go down now and check that cave. This really looks like a really big cave. I notice immediately that there's this crack here. I don't know if I will be able to get up if I go down. But I took a chance. That doesn't look good. No, there is no way to go up here. So you have to build something to get up there. Luckily, I have lots of skill points left. I will open the wood roof ramp. And I have enough wood to build one. Barely enough. So that was quite lucky. Just gonna take a sneak peek if I see that polar bear. I don't see it, so let's explore the cave further on. This is really a huge cave. This is something different I have never seen in the caves in the forest biome. And it also have this deep hole right in the middle of it. I would love to build my way down there and see what it is like. But that's nothing I have materials to do. And I have my goal that I need to focus on. Get to the Mammoth before anything else. Here's another dead end. I need to build a ramp there. Got this brief light in the caves. I can see the majestic of it. This is a really big cave. You can build some really cool bases in and explore deep. But for now, I decided I have to stick to my goal, continue my journey while there is still daylight. Just a little bit worried about that polar bear. Where it went, I can't hear it, so it's up here. 8 scouts for it. There I see it. And I thought, I'm standing on a rock here. Let's try my luck here. Let's try and see how tough polar bear is. No guys, that polar bear was not bug. It's actually my talents with the bow. I'm gonna show you in just a bit. But this polar bear really looks cool to me. And it was tough to beat. If it wasn't for my talents, it would have been a fight for sure. So here's my bow talent. At the end of it, you have this pinning shot which immobilize the hit. This one will make it easy to hit. Then you have this that will bleed over time, and this one slows the hit. And then of course you have the crit hit damage, and the one above is the crit hit percentage. So yeah, that really helped me fighting this polar bear and future combat. So look at this. We are at the pin and we're going to the red circle long away north, and we have to move all the way along the purple line here. We have a long journey ahead. So, I have a friend playing in this instance, or I should say prospect, but he's just starting out and he had no intentions to hit the Arctic. So, unfortunately I had to move alone. But that doesn't stop me. I love this kind of challenges. But you really have to take care of your life and equipment here if you're alone. There is no backup if you die. This was a really cool spot. Like, really well cut ice. I was sure I was gonna hit the polar bear here. Some kind of bad enemy. But to imagination, there was nothing. A single wolf. I find this cave conveniently right beside it. I wanted to check all the caves that I find on my path. And in this one I could not get very far till I reached this cliff down. So I have no idea what to expect back there. So I will definitely bring more wood next time I will go out in the Arctic. Hopefully with some friends. And we can do some really cool things. I walked a little bit back here because I wanted to see if there was another cave. But there were none, so let's continue our trip. You really feel small in this vast white landscape. It's so big. Such a beautiful place. It really is. Alright, we got an Arctic wind event coming. We might need to find some kind of shelter. They're really cool, those ice cracks. Yeah, you need to be prepared for these group attacks of wolves. They can come from anywhere. So the storm exposure is now off, so I decided to let's check if I can actually go down this crack to minimize the storm exposure, and yes, it works. You can use these ice cracks as a protection from the storms. So that is really cool. I really like that. I got some wounds. Take some bandage. Hear wolves above me. Storm is still very much alive outside. We need to wait out the storm a little bit more. So I think we are ready to move, even though the storm is still going, but that should not be a problem for us to move. So we're now at the marker. We are rounding the south tip and heading straight north from here. And I find another cave. Check it out. Alright, this seems like a very big cave. Down here. Oh, and look at this. I got some lightning from inside. Look at all the notes on the walls and how deep it goes. Amazing. Wow. It actually builds such a huge cool base in here. It has a deep hole as well. I would be so thrilled to build myself down there. Or with friends would be even more fun, of course. I come to this cliff here and I thought I need to check what's up there. Let's actually take my ramp, check it out. Ramp with me further in, but yeah, it took stop. But you see in the roof there are even nodes in the roof. Yeah, that's about how deep this cave was. Now it's time to move back. Actually getting a little bit late. I decided to make a shelter, maybe sleep here, and then an ice polar bear showed up. Luckily the cave entrance was too small for it to fit, so it had to smash down the stone wall. A wolf showed up. So we slept there through the night, then we continue. Such a beautiful place. So, our journey are coming. You see the marker where we are now. If we go to the left, we will actually hit the forest biome. But we are moving north. This is such a huge place. Feels so small in this corridor of those majestic mountains. So I found another cave here. Decided to take a look, and oh my god, I had a minor lag, and that one glitched me to fall into this hole. Luckily I fall on the edge, and I was panicking, thinking, how do I get up on this hole? I have like one ramp, 12 pieces of wood and stone roof, and nothing that really get me up. And I have nothing to destroy that gives me wood. But I check this, and the wood ladder takes 10 wood to do. So I can build one wood ladder, and I have one wooden ramp. If I can put those two together, maybe I can create myself a way up. So I put the ramp here, jump onto it, and I really hope that I can put the ladder on the ramp, which it won't allow me. It won't allow me. So I tested this, and I can place it here. So I placed it there with the hopes that I can climb it, and then I will place the ramp on the side of the top of this ladder. If I can jump to it from the ladder, I might be able to jump out of the hole and continue. This is a risky jump. It's pitch black. And now I just have to make this jump, and yes! Guys, I was so relieved and amazed that I actually pulled it off to get out of the hole. That would have been my death and the end of this journey if I would not managed to pull that off. And right outside the gate, severe wolf pack just attacked me. So I decided to take a shield pill here, make some food, rest up a little bit, heal up, and then pack my things and give it a new try. But I was so happy that my journey didn't end in the hole. Nothing is gonna stop me now from getting to that mammoth. Not even these wolves. So I used a lot of wood in building that ladder. I need to pick up some driftwood. I found this deep crack here, so I thought I'd give it a shortcut and go down here. Look at this huge place. We are going north. It's such a huge white field. So we are gonna cross here to the other side of the mountains. And there's the checkbox now. We don't have much further now. And we find another cave. Let's rest up a little bit, make some meat. See what the cave is about. Yeah, so this is another short cave. I can't get really much intel of this. Unfortunately, I have no materials to build me there. Still have some daylight. So this has really been an adventure going here solo, but I'm close now, really close. So I placed ice in the campfire along with my thermos, and it does fill up, so that is really nice. I have a thermos full with water again. Not that it was empty, but it's good to know that you can actually melt snow and fill up your thermos. So I decided to move on, even though the time is now past 7 p.m. I was hoping that maybe I can find another cave before reaching the Mammoth. then I had this event coming and I was like, do I turn back to my cave? No, let's hope that my chances are that I find another cave, or I will have to hide in one of these snow caves or something. And look what I find, another cave. So I decided this will be my shelter for tonight. Let's make a fire, get my warmth up, because it's really freezing out temperature outside. I realized that I forgot to bring with me the bedroll from my last sleepover, so I can't sleep through the night. I realized it was so cold. I need to lock the entrance and see if that helps. Stay close to the fire. So I waited there for the rest of the night until the morning, and then I got out and I was very close to the mammoth, and we are finally here. You can see the mammoth. We are at the marker and the mammoth is right on the path northeast to us. There. He's just chilling out, walking back and forth. And now we have to figure out how to best approach this guy and to kill him. I have not fired a single shot with my gun, and I had 69 bullets. So I was just hoping that that will be enough. Bring this beast down. Kind of wanted to get closer to get a good image of him. He looks really good. He has some really big tusks. Not want to get smashed by that. Alright. We're getting a pretty good angle here. I decided let's pull him over here and we'll see what happens when I attack him. Alright, we got his attention, alright. Okay, I was a little bit spooked here. But then he ran back. So I was like, okay, what? He didn't follow me? Alright. Those shots, he didn't care, so I thought, I can't be missing. I must be too far away. Let's move closer. And then I was too close. Oh boy. And he goes back. Like he's following a path here. Which seems like a beta, right? It should not supposed to do like that. I'm sure it's supposed to hunt you. And try to kill you, right? So now it was just a question, will my bullets be enough to kill this one? This beast can really take a bullet, and a weather event, of course. I cannot seem to get a single critical hit on this guy. And I'm sure that's how it's supposed to be. But that's just make this so much harder. Oh boy. He did something new there. He actually followed me longer. So you see, I'm down to my 4 last bullets here. Now there is something interesting that actually happens. Look at my rounds. I have 0. But then I go and the gun automatically reloads and I get 39 new bullets.
Okay, you did it.
And there it goes.
Make sure to skin it quick, because you ain't gonna get another chance at this.
Alright, skin it, yes. But first, I need a really good screenshot of this bad boy. Brought down, adventuring the freaking Arctic. I'm not getting out of here without a really good screenshot, me killing this bad boy. Alright, there we got it. Okay, so let's skin this. So you get ridiculous amount of meat, you get the tusk that weighs a ton. And where's the prime meat, guys? And the amount of leather and fur should be way higher. So I need to bone this to see if I get anything else than bones, but I did not. So the storm makes me wonder, I just need to make a shelter here and stay for the night, or stay the storm out at least. But the mammoth is now killed. The mission so far is a success. Now I just have to go back. All the way back to my pod and escape back up to space. So the mammoth tusk weighs 10,000 grams. That is a lot. So I decided to put down the machine bench and repair the bow and the rifle. Not not really necessary since I am out of bullets and the bow was pretty okay condition, but it can be sure good to have those two with you. So I needed to throw out a lot of stuff so I could carry the tusk. I decided while I'm here, I'm not gonna just go back. I need to see this transition point in the Arctic that takes you to the forest biome on the other side. So I'm right at the top of sector J4. I can see trees here. And it's spectacular, the views. And I think when the map is fully open, you can actually go this distant to travel into the other biomes. The map is so huge. I just love it. Can't wait to explore the full game. So I cut some trees and put some fiber on. Checked for caves, which I could not find. But I made resources and building materials, so I can now put up one wooden shelter with a stone floor and roof. So I decided to go as far as I can. Just be very cautious about that timer. If you pass the line of the border, you do not want to be across the border and the timer disappears because your character will die. And that means I will spawn back at my bedroll that I put in the cave. There goes the timer, so I had to rush back. So that's what we can get from this zone. That's really cool though. So now there is a side step that I can take that has a transition to the desert. So that's my next one before I actually start heading back home. So it's the path to the southeast from here. I'm gonna take. That's the path. So as I'm getting closer here, I can actually see the rocks and the cliffs from the desert. And also a polar bear in the middle of the way. And he did not react to my shots. I'm guessing the distance on the hunting rifle isn't that great. So you need to be a lot closer before it do damage. That was a lucky dive I did. But it worked. Sorry, big fella. Dig into his fur. We got some prime meat there. Those gives you a really good buff. So with that, I wanted to start a campfire and cook that prime meat to give me the buff. And another polar bear showed up. Right beside the carcass of the other one dead. I can't have this going here, so I need to take him out. And this is kind of strange. It looks like the interruption applied to my rifle. So I was a little bit confused by that, since the polar bear just stopped. Just like the skill with the bow I have. So I decided to take the polar bear pelts. But I have the skill. And move closer to the desert transition. So as you see on the map, we are at sector K7. Look at this. Snow to sand, and what you can see in the back end there are some green bushes or trees along with some water. So yeah, that looks so... I so want to go there. That would have been so cool, but a warning appeared, so unfortunately I had to go back. And this is what we can expect to see in the next beta, weekend 4, the desert biome. Alright, we have now seen everything we need to see. Now we need to make sure that we can survive all the way back to my house. And then the pod that will take us back to the station. I did not want to fight this polar bear since I don't have much bullets and arrows left. We don't need to prove ourselves anymore. I was lucky to sneak past that. Look at this view. Oh, that was so close. Really close. I was so lucky there eating it aggro. Well, that's a bummer. We have Arctic winds, which means really low temperatures. If we can't find a cave here, we need to put up a shelter. thought I remembered there was a cave here, but I was mistaken. So I actually decided I will put up a shelter here and wait the storm out. So I'm ready to move. Unfortunately, the time is past 8 p.m. now. And the nights in the Arctic are no joke. It's really cold. No time to lose now. There's so many wolves. So many wolves. It's dark and it's cold. I just need to find something and sleep in, and I was so lucky. I find this cave. I have been here, but that was a perfect way for me to spend the night. I decided to lure some wolves in so I could get some fur and leather so I could make myself a bedroll. I'm not sure, but it feels like nighttime in Arctic spawns even more wolves. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. Right, I have what I need. Let's seal the door, put down the bedroll, and get a good night's sleep. Take the bedroll with me. Get ready. And we move on in new daylight. Yeah, see the trees there. Yeah, that's a pathway to the forest biome. The forest biome that we cannot get to is better. But think of this if it's a real mission. It's time sensitive. What if the clock is not on your side here and you're in the middle of the Arctic? You gotta rush it. And rushing here is not what you want to do. So caves I found, I don't really have time to explore them much. I really just wanna use the daylight and move on. Get home as quickly as I can. There is a polar bear right down there. I decided not to take the fight and run across it. Hopefully I can stealth or run past it. That wolf was blind. This one is about to hit a surprise. Ha! Stealth attack. Yeah, no, let's not waste time in the caves, right? Let's move on. So I've now come to the pass here. This narrow pass with the ice blocks. I was hoping that I might be able to jump down from here at the end, but I realized that I don't think it's possible. And then we have a weather vent incoming, which is not what I was... Yeah, that's too steep, we can't go there, we have to go back and find a way down. Let's move through this. We need to find shelter or build up our own shelter. We have come to this very narrow path here. There are wolves here, so I decided let's actually bunk up here. And ride this storm out. I put down my bedroll to save my spawn point here. And you see the marker? That's where we are. It's not far from home now. We have still a very dangerous road ahead. This narrow path is packed with wolves. And I really don't want to fight if necessary, since I'm so low on arrows. Taking the wolves to a knife fight might be very dangerous. And I was actually a little bit surprised that no more wolves are coming. I could hear one though. Decided to run for the other side. And then go back. And I sneak past the wolves, try to avoid them. Now I notice there are wolves everywhere in the middle. I need to find an opening to get to the other side. Now is the time. and I made it pass. Now I could probably sneak past most of the wolves. We're moving nice ahead here. Noticed that I had a wound to deal with that. And the weather event. And I realized that we are actually at the cave that are closest to our home. And I thought I don't want to risk the event, so I ride that storm out inside a cave and decided I will try and make it back home even it's late. So many wolves. There are so many wolves. I kind of panicked here. I need to go back to the cave. My stamina was depleted. The wolves are biting my ass. There are two. I have no stamina. I couldn't stab them. I'm looking for the entrance to the cave. I found it. I need to wait my stamina up. I am pretty bad hurt here. I managed to kill those. So yeah, when I turned around there in the middle of the run, I had no stamina, so I could not stab them. That's why I kept on running, finding the entrance to this cave. So I decided to take a peek out. There are so many wolves outside. It's just ridiculous, really. And now I'm taking health because I have a frostbite. I'm actually... My body is so low temperature that I'm taking damage. So I need to stop here, make a campfire, try and get my body heat up. Get some heat going, and I caught myself on fire. Luckily there is water in here that I could turn fire out. So I'm still taking damage, though my body temperature is getting good. So you see hypothermia is really bad for you. Lose a lot of stats. I decided to take some more stone so I can make another campfire. But then I realized I don't need that because my hypothermia is now no longer. So I made a new bedroll, place on the ground to make my new spawn point, and then sleep through the night and move back home in daylight. I'm leaving my bedroll here since that's a good spawn point. If I die, I don't have very long to run to my buddy. So we are very close now. This area is so packed with wolves. Can't really rush this area. You need to deal with the wolves. or else you will get eaten. Only one arrow. But we are so close. We are actually home! Oh my god. I made it. Ooh, we're back home. Now we just have to go from Arctic back to the red dot where the pod is. But that is not an issue, really. So back at the pod, I felt like trying to jump inside, but that was not possible. So open it. I see the tusks. What do I do from here? I tried to move it to the ship cargo. It fell on the floor. When I picked it up, this happened.
You did it. I'm impressed. Now, get that thing back to the dropship. And don't stop for sightseeing.
Alright, that felt like it should have happened in the Arctic.
It's done. Good work, friend. Exotics are a mystery. But soon, we're gonna know a little more about how this planet really works. See you in orbit.
Oh my god. I did this. I'm kind of proud of myself. I've seen so many people struggle. There are not many that took the Mammoth and get back with it. I'm looking forward to Betaweekend 4, guys. Thanks you, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you soon. Until then, you're all legends. Much love. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like.